Alright, everybody, welcome to the MRL Contender Series live from Bristol. So, we're going to be doing things here just a little bit different. So, you're going to have the first of two heat races. Top two fastest qualifiers automatically go to the feature. Everything else is decided. Top 11 drivers get in from each heat. Right now, Cameron Craighead will be rolling off from the front row next to Jason Pick, Colt Ward, Dylan Fink, Seth Heyman, Kenny Real, DJ Stadner, Connor Leach, Andrew Lotz, and Christopher Logan will be your top 10. Veliky, Audrey, Kevin Allen, Jeff Merck, David Riddell, Kevin Stroner, Brent Garber, Timothy Cook, Chase Mastretta, Robbie Adams. As right now, matter of fact, just rolled through the starting grid at the bottom. Cameron's lagging just a little bit. Well, Andrew Lotz, Crystal Logan rounds out the top 10. Veliky, Audrey for row 11. Just mentioned it. Kevin Allen, Jeff Merck. Theo Rowland, David Riddell, Kevin Sterner. Oh, and already wrecking. What in the world? Man, make the damn section wrong or something or other. Okay. See, I can't figure out what in the world's going on. Well, it doesn't sound like anything I've ever seen in my life before. Alright, well. I'm out. Lost for words. Alright, well, folks, give me 1 second here.
Got a copy, sir. Got a copy.
Yeah, there you are.
All right, so we're going to be resetting this because apparently it didn't register the second heat, even though we thought we set it up right. So that's a mistake on our part, even though we followed the instructions properly. So we're going to be letting them have fun, and then I'm going to delete this. Trevor's going to be trying to set it up, and we're pulling a mastermind in on this to try to get this set up right. So sorry about this delay here.
All right, that sounds good.
Thank you for your understanding.
Yep. All right, now, folks, we're going to be going. Be waiting here a little bit. Getting ready and.
Yep, so I do apologize. I'm going to head back down. Sorry about the inconvenience, sir.
Just give it. Technical glitch tonight. What we'll blame it on. Well, it's going to end up happening. we're going to do a quick cutaway. Then get a word with a couple drivers here. Redo it again. So right now we are going to be waiting for the next session to come up first. Oh, we're under a quick rain delay, so to speak. Can't get a word with the fastest man right now in Thunder Valley. Tyler Stevenson, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, right now the fastest man in Thunder Valley. Real quick while we're waiting for this quick rain shower to pass. Where's the confidence level tonight coming to Bristol, and really, what are the expectations going forward? Bit of a new format for Bristol. And where's the overall confidence at for the driver number 5?
I mean, I put the thing on pole in the first session, so I feel pretty good. But I gotta go do it again now, so we'll see if we can get pole again. But I think I should still be pretty fast tonight. I feel pretty good with our number 5 TWRS Chevrolet. We're just gonna hope it's not too chaotic and just stay out of trouble. I think that's just gonna be the best way to go about tonight. But should be fun. Get to racing the heat races. Oh well, if I get pole again, oh well. I'm just gonna have fun out there. And just race around in Bristol. So, yeah.
Is this one of your better tracks?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like my best track, but I mean, I'm pretty good here. I'd say. I mean, obviously I have the speed here, but I wouldn't say it's my best track. But you know what? If I'm fast here tonight, I won't complain. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously, one lap is a lot different than running 200 laps or whatever we're gonna run tonight. So we'll just see if we can keep the long run speed. I think that's gonna be more important. So. Saving the tires, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep. So right now, still waiting on the new session to come up. Well, that being said, folks, we're going to cut away to the screen real quick. And we will be right back from Bristol right after this little inconvenience type of deal. We'll be right back. All right, folks. Right now, still waiting for the rain to pass here, so while we got a moment in the action, so you can't talk to a couple more drivers. Just try to keep this show rolling. Blah, blah, blah. Get our old boy Nicholas Alozia up in here. Nicholas Alozia, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. Looking at the radar, rain shower ought to be over with here in about another 5 or 10 minutes. As for tonight, Bristol, normally never easy, very complicated type of deal. Short track racing at its finest. What's going to be the key to tonight and trying to get through the night?
Well, I think you got to start at square one. Try to get a good qualify lap, and then when you get into the race, hammer down, keep the nose clean. But remember, Bristol it'll get you if you think you're too comfortable. So I think the key here is keeping the tires underneath you and try to move forward. And if you got a good qualify, just try to stay where you're at. It's top 11 get in both heats, so kind of gotta get in where you fit in, and if not, then just happy to be here.
But to say, my last question for you: is there any sense of it that it could be kind of like the old school Bristol and everybody starts feeding the bottom, or do you feel like the outside lane will be even enough to try to stay with the bottom here?
Looking at practice, both lines look pretty even.
Okay.
Kind of got to go with the flow. I think the low line might be dominant, but got to respect the guys on the outside too.
Well, Nicholas, I hate to tell you, we have to redo this whole damn interview again.
It's all good, brother. Hey, it's all good, dude.
I'm going to ask you again from the top.
Hey, it's all good.
What do you feel like is going to be more or less, what's it going to take tonight? What's more important, trying to get a good qualifying effort in and be one of them top 2 drivers, or are you looking to more where are you looking more to just get inside that top 11 at the end of whichever heat you're in? What's kind of more the priority?
I mean, I'm not the fastest guy out there, but if I could, I would try to shoot for the top. But if not, always shoot for what you can, and then I'm gonna shoot for what I can, and then try to get as close as I can to the forward. But try to keep the car clean or the truck clean in this race. But and then just try to stay within it. It's kind of what it is, man. Bristol will get you if you think you're too comfortable out there, and you just got to respect the tires and the people around you.
Well, buddy, rain has just quit and is back live here, so I'll let you get ready for practice here. So hopefully at the end of it, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing. Hopefully see you in the feature.
Yes, sir, man. And if not, I appreciate just chatting with you every time I can, man. Thank you for doing what you do, man.
Yes, sir. Good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too, bud. Alright, so the rain has lifted finally. As drivers being called to their trucks, we will have to rerun qualifying again, unfortunately. But hopefully at the end of it, it'll finally get some racing in. Well, be sure everything on the broadcast side will be good. Alright. The clouds have finally lifted. And the trucks have been called to the racetrack, so for that being said, he can get one more quick hitter. I thought we were. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da. Colt Ward, Gary James up here, broadcast booth, got a copy, buddy.
Hello?
Well, third quickest or second quickest on a green racetrack. Rain finally left the area. Looks good for here on out. What's it going to take to get the job done tonight? A little bit of a different format than what we're used to seeing here in the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. What's going to be the strategy call tonight? Is it going to be about going for the top 2 qualifying positions, or do you feel like it's just where you position yourselves in the heat?
I think kind of survive the first thing, just make it to the finals, and then just try and not split myself up.
Well, as for tonight, real quick, feel like tires are going to be the name of the game, or do you feel like there's going to be some cautions that kind of dictate the tire strategy?
I don't feel like tires will be horrible, so I think you can kind of go hard here.
Buddy, that's a lot tonight. We'll let you get back down there to the admin chat. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Alright.
Well, right now, Kenny Real top of the boards. Real, Craighead, Connor Leach, Seth Heyman, Mike Audrey, your top 5. Kevin Allen, Andrew Lotes, Colt Ward, Kevin Starter, Jeff Mert, making his debut for the Midnight Racing League. Right now sits 10th. Points entering tonight. Colt Ward enters tonight with the points lead. Mitchell Reardon drops back to second. Andrew Lotes, Brent Garber, Kenny Real, your top 5. Craig K. Standard, Kevin Allen, Timothy Cook, Connor Leach runs out top 10 for the points. Brandon Waters, Tyler Henry, Gordon Gladwell, Elijah Fisher, Jason Pick, Christopher Logan. They are the top 16, and right now 16 drivers make the chase for the Contender Series. Expecting them to just get practice anytime, but right now, still got a moment here, so you can't talk to another one of them Nazareth West boys. Let's see. Can't get Robbie Adams in here. Robbie Adams, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Oh, not a whole lot right now. Watching practice, and I got to say, rain finally gone. Where's the confidence level in this number 8 tonight to try and get inside the main event for tonight?
Well, my main goal tonight is just to keep the back tires behind the front tires and make the feature. So, I wouldn't say I got a whole lot of confidence, but, you know, we're here to race.
I got to say, in moments like this, is it worth the bump and run to make the feature?
Of course. It's always worth the bump and run.
Especially if it's
Even if you don't make the feature, it's worth the drama.
especially if it's your teammate Alozia right in front of you.
Yeah, why not?
Well, buddy.
All these Rob's custom wraps seem to have magnets who find each other somehow and rough each other up every time.
Buddy, I'll ask you this last quick question here before I let you get ready tonight. 30 laps. Do you feel like tires is really going to matter in this 30 laps in these 30 lap heats?
Not as much in the 30 lap heats, but I think that in the feature they're going to matter a lot.
Buddy, hopefully at the end of it we'll get to talk to you. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of the feature and not before it. But best of luck tonight. Hopefully, like I said, we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Hell yeah, thanks, brother.
Yes, sir. About 10 minutes remaining, and by God, we can go all day with this here. Right now, Brent Garber posted 8th quickest on the speed charts, and Garber comes into tonight 4th in the points. You know what? Matter of fact, we'll do it. Brent Garber, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, all things considering. And tonight, it come in. Let me fact check myself. I just looked at it. It come in 4th tonight in the Contender Series points. Right now, 8th quickest. I got to ask you, is there a little bit more needed pressure to try to make the main event through the heat races, being the fact that you come into tonight 4th in points?
Yeah, I'm real nervous, man. I don't think I have the best of luck at this track, and I know if you miss the race or if you make it, you're automatically going to get 24th. What I'm nervous is not making it and giving up about 12 free spots.
Buddy, I got to ask, with that scenario, does it add a little bit more pressure in qualifying to try and try to get a good qualifying position, if not the top 2 that will go on to the feature at the end of this?
Oh yeah, it absolutely does. And one of the best things is sitting back and relaxing. So I'm hoping I'm heat 1 and I make it, and I can just sit there and watch with you guys heat 2 and maybe watch both heats and not have a stress in the world. I hope it's a good race for you guys.
Buddy, I'm pretty sure it will be. Let you get ready here. Qualifying coming up. Matter of fact, I think they just switched it over, but we're about to find out. Best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yep, thank you, Jim Bob. Have a good stream.
You too, bud. For Brent Garber tonight, a lot at stake. They are fast forwarding through practice. It'll end 8 minutes early. So with that being said, qualifying up next, and we're going to have to re-rack it and redo it all over again. Top 2 are the only safe ones that get in. There's Cameron Craighead. Will be one of the first ones to post their lap for the Jack Shack. We get 5 minutes to post a lap. Dylan Fink already top of the board. Jeff Mark 405. Craig has first lap 16.318. It's going to be a big improvement here. Craig hit across the line. Got to beat a 390 by Dylan Fink. Top of the board 378. Craig and Lopes hold the provisional spot. Jason Pig, top of the board. All right. Statement made. Chris Logan. 10th quickest for Logan. Colton Ward. 7th quickest the first lap has gotten a knockout. Cameron Craig had to be safe into the feature for tonight. Had to lift big time, a little bit off the wall. Ward's lap. Not going to be good enough. Seth Heyman brings it to a stop. 9th quickest for Heyman. DJ Stagner. Stagner's lap time not enough to improve. 6:15. Kenny Real brings it to a stop, loops it around, and Real will have to settle for 6th. Connor Leach, top of the board. No, not Cameron Craighead, out. That's Trevor Asronoth. Asronoth, 5th quickest. David Riddell brings it to a stop. Riddell, 10th quickest right now. Connor Leach, Jason Pick. Right now, the ones who are in the prime position for the heats, as here comes Tyler Stevenson, looking to take the pole yet again. Stevenson, 15,383. And he will have to race his way in, and I believe it'll be in Heat 2. Ethan Eckert for the Jack Shack. Eighth quickest for Eckert. The first lap. 389. I think he's going to bring it to a stop. Right now, Connor Leach, Jason Pick look like they will be safe and be going on to the heat. All right. Five minutes remaining. See, cannot get a word with Jason Pick. Jason Pick, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, sure do.
Well, the way it looks right now, second place looks like it may have you locked into the feature. Unless anybody else still to come. But really, how much of a relief will it be to get locked in to the main event, not to worry about these 30-lap heat races?
At Bristol, that's a huge relief.
I can imagine. As for practice goes, what's one thing? Obviously, the sun will be going down in the feature. Track be a little bit better, but one thing you notice in practice, what's going to be the most challenging aspects about tonight? Is it going to be how quickly the wrecks can escalate from one car to about 3 or 4, maybe 5, or just how the tires are going to wear tonight?
Well, you never know how the race is going to play out, but it's, if it's a long green flag run, you got to save your tires. If it's going to be short with a lot of crashes, you better run it hard and stay up front out of the problems.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing, but we know we'll be talking. But we know for one thing, you're safe for the feature.
Yep, always a good spot out here.
I don't blame you, buddy. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
Yep. We're going to try it again. Starting lineup for Heat 1. We're going to see if it'll roll it across the board. Okay, it will not. All right, so we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. On the front row for Heat number 1, Cameron Craighead, Andrew Lotes, Mike Audrey, Dylan Fink roll off from row 2, Jeff Merck, Kevin Sterner from row 3, Seth Taven, Chris Logan, row 4, Robbie Adams, Landon Velicky for row number 5, row 6, DJ Standard, Timothy Cook, Row 7, Frank Chavez, Mark Person, and Corey Wright rounds out the field in 15th for Heat 1. Well, 30 laps, not a lot of time, not a lot of time and a lot of urgency if you are in that top 11. Right now, Timothy Cook will occupy it. The top 11 get in. Field coming down for the start. And we're finally rolling from Bristol. Greg get out to the early lead. Lowe's follows in right behind him. You're right on board with Cameron Craig. Oh, wrecking in the back hard into the wall. Kevin Sterner. No caution yet. Massive damage to that track house number 97. Lap down in. Right now, Cameron Craig leads over Andrew Lopes. Second lead, they've broken away. Mike Audrey, big time loose. Jeff Murph's going to miss him. He's able to save it, but he's going to lose 2 or 3 positions off of it. Landon Veliki right up under him. Veliki will take the 6th spot. Audrey blends back to 7th right now to cut line. Timothy Cook right now holding it over Corey Wright. That is the gap. Kevin Sterner immediately to the back. Oh, one car, Robbie Adams. He has to duck. Woo! What a miss by Corey Wright. So right now in Frank Chavez, there's the gap to the 4 to the 23. Right now. Right now, Corey Wright holding on to it. Chavez still not close enough to strike. Meanwhile, at the front, still Cameron Craig. Robbie Adams goes a lap down. 22 to go next time. Be 21 to go next time by. Dylan Fink rolling that high lane. Right now, Jeff Mert trying to work inside the top 6 just because you finished in the top 11 does not mean that positions within the top 11 aren't worth it. This will choose how deep in the field you start for the main event. 24 drivers move on to the main event after tonight. And right now, Adams goes another lap down. Jeff Burke has moved up into the 6th spot. Hayden 7th, Stagner 8th, Logan. Chris Logan, Corey Wright, Timothy Cook. Right now, still your transfer drivers. Kevin Sterner has called it a 9th. The 97. Robbie Adams still 1 lap down, asking for a miracle. We can focus back on this battle here. This is the battle for the 7th spot, Stagner and Heyman. $16 to go next time by, and there you see, well, you see the outside lane. It is getting a run, but the best you can ask for. Right now, Stagner with an even bigger run off of turn number 2, going to drop it down to the bottom. Well, right now, Jeff Merck, speaking of Merck, on the outside of Audrey. You know that 22 is fast qualified. 3rd for the heat. A little bit of a slip up, tossed to 22 some time. But right now, you're in a position where you're safe. How hard do you want to push this? Merck looks back to the bottom, not able to get the run this time. Audrey takes the line away. Well, right now, Timothy Cook trying to deal with Frank Chavez. Robbie Adams called it a night. See Chavez running that middle line. This is for the cutoff spot. 11 to go. Doing everything he can to get to the back bumper that 9. Be 10 to go next time by. Got a great drive through the center. Right to the back bumper, Timothy Cook. To the inside. That 9 is able to get the run off the corner. Here comes 23 right back to the bottom. Oh, a little, not quite contact. Now there was some contact. Frank Chavez back inside transfer spot. And now Timothy Cook, he's got to rebound and try to run back down that 23. Rest assured. You know there's going to be some contact if he does get the chance. Well, right now, Cameron Craighead joining a half a second lead. If he wins, he should be starting 3rd in the feature. Now Timothy Cook keeps falling back. Three to go. Two to go for Cameron Craighead. A battle for 6, ramping up. Doesn't matter, white flag, 1 to go. As long as they keep it clean, they're all in. Cameron Craighead comes to turns 3 and 4 for the final time in Heat 1. Cameron Craighead takes Heat 1 in dominating fashion. Across the line. I think Chavez, did he take the line? Hold up. I don't think Frank Chavez took checkered. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. So Cameron Craighead burns it down. All right, hold on. Real quick, I know we got another heat coming up, but Cameron Craighead takes, so he'll take the win there. I guess we'll never know. All right. Well, heat number 2, Tyler Stevenson, Trevor Azranoff. On the front row, Ethan Eckert, Kenny Reel will be row number 2. David Riddell, Colt Ward. Row 3, Kevin Allen, Tyler Henry. Row 4, Brent Garber, Chase Mastrutta will be row number 5. John Dale, Nicholas Alozio, row 6. Simon Lindmark and John Border will be row number 7. Well, folks, field getting set to go rolling. Stevenson, Azranoff. And it just been made official. A miscue on Frank Chavez. He will not be going to the feature. Timothy Cook will. Right now, Stevenson having to deal with the Jack Shack. And buddy, you talk about being confused. Almost identical cars. Stevenson trying to hold Azranoff that bay. He just get clear and he'll be able to work both lanes. He'll get clear this time. Up in front of Azranoff. Eckert looking to the inside of TA. Kenny Reel right now settles back in 4th. David Riddell 5th. Colt Ward 6th. Kevin Allen, Brent Garber, Tyler Henry, Chase Mastrutta. Top 10 right now, Simon Lindmark. Already in the transfer spot to the top 11. Here comes John Dale. Back under. Yeah, not able to get to run this time. Right now, battle still on for second between Azranoff and Ethan Eckert. right now. Azronoff sliding back to the 5th spot, about to fall to the clutch of the Colt Ward. Oh, something's happened to Lindmark. Simon Lindmark crashed. Lap number 6. See what happened. Oh, just got loose. Oh, man. Simon Lindmark may have just cost himself a chance at going to the feature. Same about it is, no cautions in this 30-lap sprint. So right now, the battle for the 11th spot. Nicholas Alozia right now in the transfer spot. There you see the gap from Border to Dale. $20 to go. Stevenson right now having to deal with Ethan Eckert, 19 at the line. Eckert around Stevenson now. 17 next time by. And folks, this is just a little bit of the action you'll get in the main event. 125 laps, 24 trucks. Everybody's practically single filed out, minding their own P's and Q's. Jason Estrada trying to get a run on Tyler Henry, trying to improve his position. Yeah, because right now he will be, the way I judge it, he will be starting second to last row on the outside. Well, Eckert, you can tell that number 12. It's going to be a fast truck. Already opening it up now to half a second. With 13 to go over Tyler Stevenson right now. Nicholas Alozia. John Border, his teammate, has ran him down. Border running that bottom lane, gonna get right underneath the Alozia. This is it for the transfer spot. Border edges ahead. John Border, he had to send it to make it work. Now what are you gonna do, Nicholas? Gonna use that outside lane. Run that middle preferably. Just losing ground now to Border. With 9 to go for Ethan Eckert. He's opened up just about a second lead over Tyler Stevenson. Alozia right now running out of time. Now Trevor Azronoff trying to work himself back up. Ward looking to the bottom. Azronoff want to run on Rodale. Not quite able to, well, actually, never mind. He's got up to the door. Have outrun the truck, get off of the corner just enough to stay even. Well, this time, Azronoff got him this time. Right back down to the bottom. Starting to see that outside lane. It does get a run off, but it's not quite as good. What it needs also, it's going to be interesting to see how it reacts. This track will be dark afterwards. Fight to go for Eckert. Right now, Alozia has lost even more ground. This is John Borders. First spot to lose. John Dale about to go a lap down to Eckert. Now pretty much being a nail in the coffin for the 44. Eckert to the bottom. Put Dale one lap down. Two to go for Ethan Eckert. White flag for Eckert. He'll come off of turn number 2 into turn 3 and 4. Ethan Eckert and the Jack Shack will sweep heat 1 and 2. And Border across the line. And John Border will be going to the main event. Alozia, Lindmark, and John Dale will have to call it a night. Can't get away with John Border. John Border, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Good copy, buddy. Try this one more time. John Border, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Good copy, buddy. Well,
Hey, how's it going?
there he is, by God. Well, it's one thing to race your way into the main event. It sucks when it has to be a teammate. Walk us through them final few laps. And really, what did you find on the bottom that kind of helped counter the middle lane?
Actually, I was I got held up there when the first got the first 10 laps. And then once I got past I'm not sure who it was, and then my teammate, I was just kind of riding around, and it felt better in the middle than what it did lower, but car felt good. See what I can do, try to improve my positions here a little bit.
Is there anything that you could take away from the 30 lap heats that you can go to this race?
I think just being a little aggressive, but not overly aggressive. I think we'll be. I think it should be in good shape.
Buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, we will get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, John Border got a lot of work to do. He'll be starting deep in the field later tonight. See if he cannot get a couple more interviews. Well, Trevor Astronaut.
Everybody. Oh, hey.
Trevor Astronaut makes it in through the heats. Pretty much uncontested for the most part. Buddy, what's it going to take to get the job done tonight? Obviously, this place is very unpredictable.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything you just said. These jokers are talking. Hang on, I got to mute them. All right. So what was the question? I'm sorry there, Mr. Jim Bob.
I said, well, for tonight, pretty much straightforward through the heat races. What's it going to take tonight? 125 laps, 24 trucks to the A main. What's going to be the plan tonight? Do you feel like tires are going to matter as much, or do you feel like there'll be some cautions along the way?
Yeah, I feel like tire management is going to be a big game changer here. I'm hoping for a long green flag run. That's kind of where I'm gonna shine. I'm usually pretty good at saving tire, and I'm hoping that that we could probably run this thing out. So that's my whole plan here. If we get a long green flag run, I can probably pick them off one at a time. So that's what I'm gonna go for. That's why we did this, is to kind of not have a repeat of Richmond from last season. So we sheltered it out. I think we got 24 people are gonna start this race.
Yep.
And yeah, so there's less people on a smaller track. We're hoping that this will be a green flag run race, so everybody can get their stuff in. And then I'm hoping to put the bumper dang Ethan Eckert on the last lap and put his I can't cuss. Put that guy in the wall, baby, because I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna go slang it. I'm gonna come out here and be Dale. You remember Dale did to Terry?
Oh, yeah.
When he just rattling his cage, brother. I'm gonna rattle all these cages. I don't know if you know who the hell they thought they was, but this is old Trev Bristol, baby. We're at Bristol and we gonna slang it, baby. So you just hang on and wait to see this, because either I'm gonna win this damn race or I'm gonna put it in the outside wall. So.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Oh, you gonna talk to me? If I die, you pull me from the infield care center. Hell, pull me mid-race. I don't care. I'll be out here slanging. So we'll see you then, baby.
All right, buddy. Best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Ethan Eckert. Ethan Eckert.
Hi.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Well, pretty much, Tyler Stevenson put up a good fight, able to walk away with the win in Heat 1. Is there anything you can take out of that 30-lap heat race to put towards the night, or do you feel like it's going to be a different animal?
May not push as hard for the first little bit of the race. I mean, that was a heat race, quick and easy. You can go out there and burn the tires up. So, and other than that, it's gonna be pretty much the same.
Well, buddy, won't keep you very long because I thought I had more time than what I did, but best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Hopefully, unless like someone wrecks me. So.
Well, Trevor already said he was going to put the bumper to you if he had to.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. So he's gonna get it back.
Well, it's gonna be a rough night.
He puts the bumper to me. I'm making sure he's in it.
It's gonna be a rough night for the Jack Shack then, for what it sounds like. Best of luck tonight, buddy.
Have a good night.
Now we can finally roll through the starting lineup, I feel like, for tonight. Connor Leach, Jason Pick on the front row. Cameron Craighead, Ethan Eckert rolling off for row number 2. Row 3, Andrew Lopes, Tyler Stevenson. Row 4, Dylan Fink, Kenny Reel. Couple Jack Shacks on row 5, Landon Velikey, Trevor Azranock. Matter of fact, Jack Shack litters this field. Jeff Mert, Colt Ward rounds out the fast 12. Brent Garber was worried about making it in. He is in next to DJ Stagner for row number 7. David Riddell and Mike Audrey roll off from row 8. Row number 10, Kevin Allen, Chris Logan. Tyler Henry, Corey Wright rolls off for row 11. All further back to the rest of the field. Chase Mastretta, Timothy Cook rolls off for row 12, and then round out the field, John Border and Timothy Cook making it in through the transfers, and then of course the rest of the field don't matter. They are DQ'd. Unfortunately, not making it. Frank Chavez, Robbie Adams, Kevin Sterner, Mark Person not making the field tonight. All right. About to be intense, boys. A little bit of a rain delay pushed the race back just a little bit. We're finally ready. The main event is underway. We're rolling from Bristol. Ethan Eckert, all right, 3 wide, dead sideways, he saves it. Holy cow. Oh, there goes Cameron Craighead. He's going to take Dylan Fink with him. They're going to wind him up on the front straightaway. Oh, my God. And it is littered. Trevor Astronaut, Chase Mastrutta. Lord have mercy. This is not what we expected. Let's look back at it. Right to start with, from on top of the broadcast booth up here. 3 wide. Eckert almost lost it. Craighead just gets loose on corner entry into Dylan Fink. That's all she wrote. Astronaut, Brent Garber, Alozia, Corey Wright, Kevin Allen all get involved in this. Right on board with TA. You ain't gonna get much damage out of this. Seth Hamon's on board. Oh! Right into the back of Brent Garber. Pushed him on along. Chase Mastrutta. Chase Trasnick threw in the bottom. Was not able to get there. Well. Final leaks right now, your leader. Jason Peck, Andrew Lokes, Ethan Eckert, Tyler Stevenson, your top 5. Merck, Velicky, Ward, DJ Steiner, David Riddell. The top 10. Alright. Rewrite this one more time. 11th on down. Seth Damon, Mike Audrey, Chris Logan, Corey Wright, Trevor Abernoth, Brent Garber, Chase Mastrutta, Kevin Allen, John Border, Cameron Craighead rounds out the top 20. As we get set to try this again. Rolling again from Bristol. Eckert already getting froggy, looking to the bottom of Jason Pick now. Side by side for second. Cameron Craighead loose again. Eckert's gonna come up. He's gonna come up in front of the field. Stevenson, Velicky, Stagner, Cole Ward, Brent Garber. Everybody wrecking again. Ethan Eckert. Big damage to Eckert. Man. Let's see what happened. Under caution again. And folks, I apologize. We got to do this so quickly. Very limited under caution. See what happened. Jeff Mert does get a piece of this. Velicky gets a piece of this. Stagner gets a piece of this. really roll back and I can't really tell what happened. It looks like go from the far chase cam and look and see. Cameron Craighead coming back up the track, and it's like Pitt comes down, gets right into the side of Eckert, and that will trigger this melee. Tyler Stevenson involved in this. Corey Wright goes for a slide. Garber with a big shot. Back of Ethan Eckert. Alright, gonna try this again. Connor Leach, Andrew Lopes bring us down. Rolling again. Great start this time by Leach. Cameron Craighead's caught it tonight. He'll be done. He'll finish tonight 24th. Right now, Leach holding that bottom lane. Loach, Jeff Mert, DJ Stagner, David Riddell, your top 5 still. Kevin Allen trying to make some headway getting around Colton Ward. This will be 10th spot. Ward now hauling that outside lane. I mean, he is bucking it. Around Corey Wright, about to be around Ethan Eckert. Oh, Eckert again going, nope, roll out, nope, 3 wide. Now Eckert rolls out of it. Holy cow. Eckert right now 1 lap down. Looking for a caution to get his lap back. Not be into caution, however. Now Colton able to roll that middle. Pretty good. Well, Connor Leach still your leader. Right now, Loke's having to deal with Jeff Mert. This will eventually be the battle for second. It kind of already is. Mert with another great run. He's going to look to the inside. No, he's going to get cut off by Andrew Lopes again. Run on the outside. Not able to get it done that time. Going further back through the field. Chase Mastrada, big time wiggle. Out of the driver. Out of number 8 for the Jack Shack right now. Running 12th. Tyler Stevenson trying to make up ground, but you can tell that truck rather, heavily damaged. Down in 11 spots, and you can see the significant damage to the right side. Have to imagine that car not handling at all like he wants it to. Trying to salvage something out of it. Dylan Fink, probably in the same boat after being involved in that first caution. Trying to salvage something out of it. Jason Pick right behind him. No fast repairs, so you're basically just kind of stuck at the mercy of whatever damage you have. That's Connor Leach. Still having to deal with Jeff Merck. Logan slides back to the third spot. David Riddell. So far, a great night going for the driver of the 29. Jeff Merck in the pits. Not sure if this is scheduled or not. Meanwhile, John Border an issue on the 107 machine. See what happened. Gets loose off the corner, hard into the wall. That'll be night done for Border. I believe it'll be night done for Jeff Burke. Unknown. Not quite sure the issues. Right now, Jeff Merck, John Border evidently done for a night, as is Ethan Eckert. Kenny Real 1 lap down now. 20 drivers left in it. What happened to Jeff Merck? Oh, he got loose off. He got turned. He got loose. He got way up there in that third lane, and around she goes. It'll be an unfortunate end to the Jack Shack's newest recruit in the number 60 machine of Jeff Merck. And right now, Connor Leach, Andrew Lopes continues to lead. DJ Stadler slowly creeping in. David Riddell, talked about him a moment ago. So far, an awesome run for the driver of the 29. Started 16th up to 4th. One did that. And then avoided all them major wrecks right to start with. Reaping the rewards of it. Like Audrey right now up 10 spots from where he started tonight. Up in the 5th spot. Chris Logan in this time. See what the damage is on Logan's machine. Chris Logan. Louisville calling it nights. What happened to Logan? Just brings it into the pits. A lot of damage to that machine. Unknown the issue. Chris Logan's night will end and he'll finish in 20th as of right now. DJ Stagner right now working on Andrew Lopes. This is for the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Lopes working on Leach for the lead. Make a 3-car battle. check in on a couple of drivers. Lyndon Belichick, one of them that has had a bit of a fender bender night type of deal. Belichick right now has settled in the ninth spot. Right behind his teammate Trevor Asronoff, who's back up 2 spots where he started tonight. Trying to pick him off, unknown the damage really to that Jack Shake injury. Looks pretty clean. Working on Corey Wright. Said he would have the car if it went long. He's getting his long run. Chris Logan coming back out onto the racetrack. Have all righties. And this time, Astronaut looks to the bottom of Corey Wright in the right track diecast number 4. Astronaut's going to pick him off. Maybe not quite yet. Nope, there he goes. So Astronaut up to 7th. Colton Ward trying to run down David Riddell for the 5th spot, going 6.2 off the leader. Tyler Stevenson about to go a lap down, trying to hold on. Now Stagner trying to use that 5 as a pick. Weren't able to get there. They're just going to allow Leach to get away. Timothy Cook about to go a lap down. A little bit of contact between the top 2. Way up to the racetrack. Astronaut in the pits this time. So evidently a miss underneath the 89 machine. Fuel service, maybe something. Nope. Regardless of the fact. Battle up at the front, still Stagner working on Leach. Said Taman about to go a lap down to the leaders. And he does. For the lead. Stagner looks to the bottom, going to roll the corner just a little bit better, but Leach has that drive off. They're able to open it back up to a quarter truck length again. Stagner this time with a run. Go use Kenny Real as a pick. Real trying to figure out where he wants to go. DJ Stagner to the top spot. Textbook move for Stagner. Gonna try to get away Seth Heyman in this time. Come in for some tires. Right now we're going to see Connor Leach can get back around DJ Stagner. 61 laps in the books. Dylan Fink calls it a night. David Riddell in. Riddell down and away. 14.3 second stop. Right now, DJ Stanner has opened up to 7/10 of a second. Just over half a second. Is dealing with Seth Heyman at the moment. Chase Mastrutta in jeopardy of going a lap down. Mastrutta's going to try to fight it. Well, I say that. Oh, almost contact. I'll tell you right now, it is Stagner's race to lose, but still a long way to go further back to the field. Colton Ward, David Riddell, we're side by side. Ward lets him go. Another look from high above Bristol Motor Speedway. Brent Garber. Almost, well, I was thought maybe he could have pulled the miracle off last week in Dover. Unfortunately, was not able to get the job done, but it was still a top 5 effort for the driver to 58 right now. He runs 10th. The last driver on the lead lap. There you see Stagner. Or actually second to last driver on the lead lap. And you see Stagner further back. In all these battles, Seth Heyman trying to work his way up. Fresh tires. We got Kevin Allen. Right there for the 8th spot, Tyler Henry. Sense of urgency now. Timothy Cook, 1 lap down, not involved in this battle. Andrew Lopes in this time, along with Mastrutta. Question is, when does Stagner come in? No, but I'm sure the field would love to know, especially these guys that are a couple laps down. Well, Stagner, Leach, Colton Ward, still slowly trying to make his way up through the field. Right now, Stagner in all sorts of lap traffic. Can he reel in this time? this particular moment. Still waiting on Stagner and Kenny Reel still in the pits. Be a bit of a longer pit stop for Kenny Reel. Truck obviously damaged prior to that. Landon Velicky in this time. You're Stagner. How long are you willing to go? Same for Leach, Ward, Audrey, Corey Wright, Brent Garber. Kenny Reel, I'm beginning to believe there's something else up with that Kenny Reel machine. Still getting service done. Get the cook in. Right now, it still all belongs to DJ Stagner. Right now, Corey Wright and Brent Garber. This is the battle for the 5th spot. We get around Corey Wright. Wright having a decent run, had a great run last week. Trying to keep the momentum rolling after what was an horrendous previous 2 weeks. Entering last week where didn't even complete no more than 2 laps. Corey trying to roll the momentum after last week. DJ Stagner right on his back bumper. Empty Cook down and away. Stagner continue to try to put right a lap down. Velicky back out onto the racetrack. Velicky dives it to the bottom, gets out of the leader's way. Corey Wright. Tougher than a $2 steak. Still trying to keep that lap and not going to be able to do it this time. Stagner around. Sets his sights on Brent Garber. Now Jason Pick getting around Kevin Allen. This is for the 9th spot. Pass. Oh! Allen around, saves it. To come into the pits nonetheless. Allen and Corey Wright finally concedes. He'll come in this time. The right track diecast number 4 Toyota Tundra. Right now, DJ Stagner still going long here. 95 laps complete next time by. Caution! Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Wish I was. Yellow flag is out. David Riddell has gone around. Let's see what happened to David Riddell to put us under caution. David in the pits, so what was a promising night for the 29 will go awry. Oh! Him and Dylan Fink hard into the wall. Man. Wicked impact. As right now, one of the newest features you're seeing on your screen is the new Pit Road Performance Overlay, courtesy of Collateral Damage Sports Network, and that's going to be a close one to call. Connor Leach wins the race off of pit road. Give him a minute here to update. Tyler Henry coming into the pits. So Connor Leach will gain one spot in the lead over DJ Stagner on pit road. See a 14.5 to Stagner's 14.7. I think give it to Mike Audrey actually. Now Andrew Lowe's biggest mover +4. Everybody took 4 tires under this last caution. As we get set to go back here. Alright, 3 racket. Connor Leach, DJ Stagner, Mike Audrey, Andrew Lotes, Brent Garber, your top 5. Ward, Henry, Pitt, Kamen, Coy Wright. 7 drivers right now able to fight for this win. Pace car's in. Roll it again. 25 to go. Stagner holding to the outside lane, not going to be able to get a run this time. Never mind, I stand corrected, gets right back to the outside of Connor Leach again. For what he gains on exit, he gives up on entry. Leach able to break away. With 2/10 of a second lead. Andrew looks to the outside, not able to get a run there. Meanwhile, side by side for 4th with Colt Ward, Mike Audrey. Colt Ward dropping back. He's made big time damage. Spun off turn number 2, look back at it. And Bristol has bit Colt Ward. One of them things, just trying to get a little too much out of it. Comes off. No, makes contact with Audrey and hard into the wall. No caution either, so Ward more than likely. Well, right now, he can do no worse than 7th unless he goes a lap down with 19 to go. Not seem like Stagner get to 71 unless there's lap traffic involved. David Riddell done for a night as is Landon Velicky. Well, 14 to go next time by. Battle for 2nd. Lowe's trying to get around Stagner, and hell, that's all Connor Leach wants to see. Brent Garber trying to make something happen. Right now running in the 4th spot. 5th spot, my mistake. Like I said, right now 7 trucks still eligible for this win. There's another caution, Jason Dick will be the free pass. Right now that, yeah, I mean Steiner can get right there to him. That outside lane just ain't got nothing except corner exit. I stand corrected. Stagner to the bottom, going to try to pull the same move he pulled earlier. Heyman gets out the way. Andrew Lowe's big time loose. He'll go for second over Stagner. Stagner going to get another run off the corner. Going to be clear. Down to the bottom again. Never mind, runs the middle. Lowe's right in his tire tracks. Carl Leach saying, keep on doing that, boys. I don't mind. Don't worry about going a lap down. And Ward can finish now no less than 9th. Unless he goes 2 down and then it'll just keep on falling. 8 to go next time by. Stagner every time he tries to get close to Leach. Lotus is there ready to pounce. Light traffic coming up. Dylan Fink already 3 down, about to be 4. Big damage on that 52 machine. And one down wishing this will be a night he could forget. 6 to go for Connor Leach. Here comes Stagner. Right backing in. We'll run that high lane again. For the lead, Stagner in the wall. Man. Gets right there. Loach side by side under. Three trucks. Arguably 3 of the best trucks tonight. Going for it here at Bristol. You're Stagner. You used the bumper. You tried the old bump and run. Get it out of the way. We're about to find out. To the bottom again. Think he's going to. Would be his teammate after all. They they're content right now, running 1st and 2nd. White flag, 1 to go for Connor Leach. They're going to get one more shot at this. Lowe's is going to be to his inside, going to delay any chances. Off of turn 4. Connor Leach takes Bristol. Stagner, Loach, Audrey, Brent Garber will round out the top 5. What a run by Brent Garber. He's going to pound it right into the wall. Nah, he ain't going to burn it down. That's what he's going to do. Well, Name it again tonight for Connor Leach. Leading the most laps, yep, of 87. To DJ Stagner's 38. Will be a teammate 1-2 for S3 Motorsports, and let's see, can I get a word with Connor Leach. Connor Leach, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
I got you guys.
Well, taking the win tonight in dominant fashion, 87 of 125 laps led. I got to ask, walk us through. It looked like he just got killed.
I'm still alive. We're good.
But it honestly looked like your car was better until you hit traffic in the dirty air. Then it looked like the 64 of DJ Stainer was able to close on you and really make it work. How did the dirty air affect the 71 tonight?
Well, it didn't affect it for too much since we got the pole early on, got through the early wrecks. It did take out a lot of the heavy hitters. You know, you got Dylan Fink, Craighead, Eckert, you know, all sorts of guys got in trouble early on, and it sucks for them, but I guess being up front, we got away from all that. But yeah, I mean, dirty air was definitely a thing. I didn't have a chance in the heat races to kind of figure out what the track was going to do or how the car was going to handle. But I mean, it didn't matter in the end. We had clean air. I made a bad decision on which lane I picked and had DJ go around me, but it seemed like throughout most of that race, it was a battle between me, him, and I think Andrew Lotz, a couple other guys that were fighting for it. But I mean, once we got through those early cautions, it was just kind of clean sailing, run as best you can, as hard as you can, and there was lots of lap traffic for us with damaged cars and this, that, and the other. But what a race, what a fun one. I did like the heat race thing. I wish I could have been a part of one, but I also am glad I wasn't because it got me into the future early. But yeah, what a race, good show. Hopefully look good in the broadcast.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this. There was a question we kept asking the driver if it boiled down to how much would tires play a factor with the cautions. And I got to say, it looked like y'all got pretty damn lucky with that one caution right at the end, or near enough to the end to even everybody back up. But how much did the tires really play into tonight?
I mean, as far as like what line you would run, I didn't really notice too much difference. It was just slower. Like, I mean, as you know, we got 100 some laps on the tires. It was, you just had to go slower. And when guys would come on fresh tires and fly past, it's like, man, I know, like I was close with fuel at the end before that caution came out. I wasn't quite ready to pit, but it was gonna be probably pretty soon because I felt like if you waited too long, you're just gonna get mired back in traffic. But when you were seeing guys go past us with fresh tires, it's like, man, that is a lot faster. We better start thinking about it. And I was kind of clicking through fuel and kind of messing with things in the pit strategy, and then the caution came out, and it was like, yeah, kind of a saving grace. I feel like without that, I'd have probably been in trouble as well as a few other guys. But I mean, it worked out in the end for us. Still made it a good race at the end, it looked like, and yeah, tires were big. It would have been nice to have fresh tires, but doing a green flag pit stop here, you're going 2 laps down and trying to make that up if a caution were to come out. That's why I kind of wanted to wait as long as I thought I could, and yeah, worked out. Got a win.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Huge shout out to MRL, the league, trying something different here. It was different. We had a little struggle there at the start with the way the session was, but
a little rain delay.
Just a little rain delay. That's all it was. But once we got it figured out, I think it was a good compromise for a track like this. With if you got 40 some cars on track, it would have been definitely a different race. Probably wouldn't be done yet. And yeah, just huge shout out to the league, all the league admins. Justin. Gordon especially, he's been putting a ton of work in. Trev, you for putting the broadcast on, and then the guys in Discord with me. We had DJ in Discord. We were pretty silent throughout that whole run at the end there, and got Dwayne watching, Dylan, Tim Cook, Kevin Allen, all sorts of guys in there.
Well, buddy, A hell of a job tonight. Connor Leach takes home Bristol tonight for the MRL Contender Series. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Hell yeah.
Andrew Lope's been waiting patiently. We'll get him in real quick. Andrew Lopes, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Well, wouldn't so much say a bit of a struggling night for the 31 team. Definitely better than what some had to deal with. Walk us through the night for the 31 and really what more was needed at the end.
Yeah, we were all pretty evenly matched there. Those top three at the end. It was, I think, whoever of us was out in the lead, I think we could have controlled it just like Connor did. It was really tough to complete a pass there. But it was really fun racing with those guys. And, yeah, I thought I had that race won with my pit strategy, but caution came out, so I wasn't going to win it. But I just figured I'd try something a little different, and it was going to work. Because I was actually saving after I pitted, and I had just unlapped myself, and they still had to pit, so I was feeling pretty good about that, but it's too good to be true. But we still came up with a good finish.
Well, buddy, I'll say tonight we get through the early wrecks. At what point does it become more of just survival? And then afterwards, we have that long green flag run, a couple solo car spins. Does it ever switch from survival back to just trying to race, or once, you had them 2 or 3 rapid caution right to start with, does it kind of flip in the driver's mind, all right, this is going to be survival and nothing else?
Yeah, once we had that spin by, I believe it was Cameron Craighead, we took out a lot of really good trucks there. So then I thought it was more that not survival, and I thought, man, I could actually challenge for a win here. So I started to try to look after my tires, and I think I was in a lead there at one point, and Connor was pushing pretty hard, so I decided I just let him have it, and I was going to kind of see what happened to my tires. And I slowly realized that was a mistake, because it's going to be really hard to get back by him, and that's how the race ended.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job for the 31 team tonight. My last question before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I'd like to thank teammate Simon. He had a little mishap there in the heat, so he wasn't able to join us, but thank him for trying at least. And thank you for the broadcast. And then I'd like to thank all the MRL guys, especially Gordon and them guys. They really put in a lot of work to make this thing go smooth, and I appreciate that.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Andrew Lopes comes home third after a chaotic Bristol race tonight. He'll turn his attention to tomorrow night's Cup Series. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Mitchell Rare here tonight at Colt Ward with his struggles. Lopes actually ought to gain a little bit towards this points situation. Right now, enter tonight third in the points. All right. Last but definitely not least, DJ Stagner, I got one question for you.
What you got?
How much were you wanting to use that bumper?
Honestly, not.
Not.
It wasn't really in play. Like I've
man.
got him in the past. I've got him in the past at Pocono, so it's like, it wasn't worth it to use the bumper to me. So I was just gonna try and get around him clean, and if it didn't happen, and unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Well, really walk us through what made it so We really saw tonight the middle lane, the middle and top lane were only good just to get a short burst down the front straightaway, which is kind of weird, being that we haven't seen that before in times past. Normally, both lanes pretty even, whatnot. What made tonight different, in your opinion, that made the bottom so superior? And did it feel like an old 2000s Bristol race?
Yeah, I mean, I even told Dylan before the race, like, the Bristol that I'm used to is more of a middle and high line dominant track, but tonight it did seem to favor the bottom some in clean air. Yeah, I don't really know why that was, but it was fun. I mean, we had a good time out there. Racing Connor and Andrew. I mean, it was a lot of fun to race. That was maybe the hardest I've raced in a really long time. And for all three of us up there to stay clean and competitive, I can only imagine it was pretty entertaining up here.
Well, buddy, really walk us through. Were you hoping that caution was? Were you looking for that caution, or were you hoping that caution was not going to come out? And really, just walk us through the final few laps.
No, I mean, I definitely needed the caution. The caution helped me a lot. I wasn't going to make it on gas. I don't think very many of us were. So that helped. The thing that really hurt, I guess Connor, when he got the pole, he had the first pit box, and he was able to leapfrog me there under the pit stop. So really nothing else I could have done any different on my stop, getting in or exit. I think it was just the first pit box made the difference. And it is what it is. That's the reward you get for qualifying well. So, and I did not qualify well today. I qualified quite poorly. So, I mean, that was his advantage, and made the most of it and won the race. I mean, good for him. He did everything he needed to do.
Well, buddy, a great effort tonight nonetheless. You'll walk out here one of the biggest movers. Actually, the way it looks, you'll tie for third with Mike Audrey at 11. So my last question I got for I let you head out of here. I know tonight probably wore you out, but is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just thank you to everybody at Swamp Motorsports and Dylan and Brian, and thanks to Connor and Andrew for racing clean. It was a good fun race. Thank you to you for the broadcast and the admins for putting the show on. Like I said, shout out to Brian and everybody at Wink. Hopefully they're having a good night.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight nonetheless. For DJ Stander, it'll be a second place run at Bristol. He'll turn his attention tomorrow night to the Cup Series. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Final results at the top of the screen. Connor Leach, DJ Stagner, Andrew Los, Mike Audrey, Brent Garber comes on your top 5. Tyler Henry, Colt Ward, Jason Pitt, Corey Wright, Chase Mastretta, the top 10. Kevin Allen, Tyler Stevenson. Man, that was a fast number 5 truck tonight. Unfortunately, we'll have to settle for a 12th place run. Seth Haven, Timothy Cook, Dylan Fink, the top 15. Kenny Real, Nicholas Alozia, Velicky, Riddell, Trevor Asronoth, Chris Logan, John Border, Jeff Mert, Ethan Eckert, and Cameron Craighead. Rounds out the field for tonight. And folks, it was a chaotic Bristol, but I believe it was one that lived up to the hype despite the little rain delay that took place prior to the start of the race. Congratulations in order again to Connor Leach. She is the winner tonight from Bristol. And I appreciate everybody watching tonight, and we'll see you once again for more Midnight Racing League action tomorrow night for the Cup Series. Until then, take it easy, have a good one, and we'll see you then.